I always struggle a little bit with these 3D questions where, it's actually quite hard to visualize what's going on. The quick way of doing this question, I've noticed now in the answers, and it's really nice in the context of this competition, is going to be 8 faces because you start with a cube with 6 faces, and however you make a cut, there's no way that you could add an extra two. You can add an extra one, but that is at most what you can do. That's a little fact, and it kind of makes sense, doesn't it, as you slice it like say you just slice the top off here, there's no way you're gonna just create an extra 2 faces. But I didn't realize that, and so I'm gonna talk through how I did it. Um, but benefit of hindsight, that's quite a obviously a nice quick way of doing this question. Right, this is how I did it. I just tried to draw some cubes and then cut them into did some different plane cuts basically and saw what I could get out of it. So first up, I'm just going to cut it right down the middle. Because what this is going to do is divide the cube into two equal cuboids. They don't actually have to be equal. You could have taken the cut elsewhere, but we're going to end up with something with 6 faces, basically. So there's no way that that could be um, true. And so this is like a more comprehensive solution because I'm actually showing that all the rest are possible. Okay, next up. So we've got this cube. You could actually take a cut that goes from corner to corner. Um, and it's going to go from corner to corner here as well. Basically, what is going to happen is that we're going to, yeah, slice this in half, and we're going to end up with two triangular prisms. That's what it's going to sort of look like. And so you can see we've lost a couple of we've lost the bottom, we've lost the right hand side, and now we've got this sloped side. So there's going to be 5 faces here. Okay, so that one's not possible. There's other ways you can get 5, but definitely 5 is possible. And then, so those are two fairly basic cuts. The one that then jumped out at me is I could sort of imagine just chopping off a corner. Um, Let me take this corner here. So we are actually, maybe like that. Actually, imagine it's probably easiest rather than looking at my diagram at this point to just imagine a cube and chopping off the corner, and we could definitely create a pyramid, and it would have just 3 sort of sloped sides at the top and then a base. So it's definitely going to be possible to get 4. And then what's going to be left over? Well, I'm going to have all the faces from before, but then I'm going to have this extra sort of like missing bit from the base of the pyramid that is now there. So that means I can get 7. And that I think is sufficient to say that, although we've kind of I've justified to some extent why we can't get 8, like the fact we can get the others makes sense. And I think it makes sense why we can't get 8. But so yeah, that's how I did this question anyway. And just to finish, here's some good diagrams from the answers. So we've got the sort of the one that I did at the start. They've actually split it into trapezoidal prisms. They're each going to have 6. This is the a slightly clearer view of the two triangular prisms. And then yeah, this is a much clearer diagram of what I was trying to illustrate up here. But it takes a bit of practice drawing cubes to be able to draw that accurately. So yeah, you can see the pyramid being taken out and you can see this new face existing, but it also gives a bit of insight into why you can't get like another 2 faces going on with a single cut.